Hey, this is part 2 on this short series I'm doing on the mission of God. And just to remind what I shared last time is about mission is that mission does not start with us, it starts with God. And that's really important to consider. And the reason why it starts with God is because God is mission. He at his core is mission. It's not just a descriptor adjective, but at his core, just as much as God is love, or God is righteous, or God is holy, at his core, God is mission. So let's jump on into this second part.
So right when we turn to the pages of the opening book of Scripture, Genesis, we get God's creative mission happening. And he launches in, he creates, and we get this song-like expression of creation with these refrains and these parallel days of forming and filling, and we get down to the end in day 6, and we see that God's pinnacle of creation is created right there, and it is humanity. It's male and female. But what's interesting is down at the end of this chapter is we get this mission statement in verse 28, be fruitful, increase in number, fill the earth, subdue it, rule over all living creatures. And here's the point that we need to see. Mission starts in the beginning for us. Mission is not something that happens because of something later in the story, what we call the fall in Genesis 3 with sin and death introduced. Of course, part of mission today because of that is the redemptive reality of what God is doing in Jesus. And we make the good news known of what God is doing, what God has done in Jesus. But even before that, mission is already going on for us. God is a missional God. He creates and he asks us to join in his mission from the beginning. And we see that in Genesis 1 and even into Genesis 2 and the work that's going on in the garden. So it's important to catch right here in the beginning of the story.
So that's part 2 of this series on the mission of God. And just to summarize again, the first point we're trying to get across is that mission starts with God, not with us. Number 2, the reason it starts with God is because at his core, he is mission. God is mission. Centrally, he's always thinking about and considering his mission. And then the third point we looked at today is that mission began before even what we call the fall. Before even sin enters in the world, God has a mission, and he's asking us to participate in his mission even from the beginning in Genesis 1.